All right, time for race number 19 in the 94 Winston Cup Series. Quick look at the points. Ernie Irvin is in the lead by 208 points. I'm in second, and then it's pretty close after that all the way back to like 11th. So there's, every race, people are either gaining or losing a spot or two. So there's a lot of room for a lot of movement in here. The whole first half of the season, I was second to Rusty Wallace. Then Rusty Wallace started having all sorts of problems, so I actually led the points after Daytona, I think. And then Ernie Irvin has won every race since then, so he's actually going for 4 in a row at this race. All right, so this one is the most hype NASCAR race of all time, the '94 Brickyard 400. Indianapolis, 100% is 160 laps. 43 cars in this race, doing 97%. Realistic, all boxes checked. And I made a change to the qualifying setup. So the default qualifying setup, the grill tape is at 95%. And I only got to like turn 2 of my second lap before the engine blew up. So I lowered it to 85%, tried that. It got all the way around, but it was on the verge of blowing up by the time I finished the second lap. So for my qualifying setup, I've dropped it down to 75%. And there water temperature gets hot, but it doesn't look like it'll blow up. So I think I'll be all right. The fast setup is just the default fast setup. All right, let's go to qualifying. This track is just the default Indy track, except I removed the safer barriers from the corners. So I call it Indy Retro, but that's the only difference. I'm thinking I'll qualify somewhere around 25th, maybe. And unlike Pocono, the brake markers are really helpful here. They got them like up on the fence, and they're big and they don't blend in with the background at all. So it's easy to see the brake markers, even if you're following someone. Which helps a lot, especially here, because there's going to be a lot of like accordion effect when guys get all in single file and go into the corners. You got to be careful not to get on that paint. It's not so bad if it's sunny, but if it's cloudy, it can really upset the car. '29th so far. See if I could pick up a few spots here.
All right, there's the
or lose
flag.
a few spots. All right, 30th. Is it gonna go? Okay. Yeah, the car is a lot faster in the cloudy weather here. When it's clear and warm, it can wear out the tires a little bit and the car gets a little tight. Though, honestly, I'd rather it be clear. The car's a little more easy to control, I think, when it's clear than when it's cloudy. But here it's not as big a deal as a lot of the other tracks. It's kind of like Michigan. If it's cloudy, car's a lot faster. But the cloudiness doesn't upset the car as much as at a lot of other tracks where it's cloudy and cold. So the big problem here is turn 4 and pit stops. The AI are going to start pitting on lap 37 about. So starting on like lap 35 or 36, I just have to get away from other AI because they'll just slam on the brakes in turn 4 to get on pit road, and there's no way to tell if the person in front of you is going to pit. Even at some tracks, like you can go into turn 3 and look in the mirror and see if guys are going in the high lane because the other AI will go in the high lane. But here you can't really tell that because the corner is so small or so short. You get into turn 4, and by the time you see whether guys behind you are in the high lane to watch out for someone pitting, the guy in front of you is already slamming on the brakes to pit. So starting on like lap 36, I'm just going to run the high lane in turn 4 just to be on the safe side if there's anyone in front of me. And then I'll move back down to the low lane once everyone's pit. But even for me, if I slow down in turn 4 to get on pit road, then the cars behind me will slow down, and then it can cause wrecks coming out of turn 4 down the front straightaway, which happened in my historical reenactment race here. So pit stops are a huge issue. Other than that, it's just being careful for the accordion effect going into the corners. Make sure people aren't like all tight in a line and then they're all gonna just slam on the brakes all at once, and that can be real messy. So watch out for that, and watch out for pit stops. There tends to be more cautions here than at typical tracks, so I'm pretty sure there's going to be some wrecks here. I just hope I stay out of them. And I'm starting pretty far back. Yeah, I'm in 30th. I don't mind that too much. It'll make the start a little easier. I don't see anyone fast behind me. Yeah, Steve Grissom, he should be making his way up a little bit, but everyone behind me looks fine. I'm starting on the outside. I don't really like that. Mayfield will be right behind me, but Mayfield's pretty slow, so that shouldn't cause too much of a problem. And then Jimmy Spencer will be right in front of me. Hopefully, depending on the start, I'll be able to get low as soon as possible. Hopefully by the time I get on the back straightaway. But the field will spread out pretty quick here. So I don't want to spend too much time back in like 30th, or I could lose a lot of time. I want to try and get up to around 20th as fast as I can. And I don't see anyone super slow ahead of me. Yeah, just like Spencer and Nemechek and Gant, maybe. All right. All right, hopefully it's clear. It's clear. 75, that's perfect. All right, I'm ready to go.
Drivers, to your...
Drivers, start your engine.
Yeah, you have to use the access road coming off pit road, but you don't have to use the access road getting on pit road. And you can't come out right here either. You got to blend on the back straightaway. You got to come out right here when pitting. I kind of wish, just for the sake of how horrible the pit cycle will be with people slamming on the brakes in turn 4, that they just designed it to where we would use the access road to get on pit road. But in real life, they would just come off turn 4 and dip down into pit road. So, I mean, for realism's sake, I mean, it's the way it should be, but it just causes such a mess in turn 4, so it's a problem. I think I should get an okay jump on these guys, so hopefully I'll be able to find a spot to get down pretty quick. Just don't want Marcus trying to go 3 wide on Nemechek and then put me 3 wide on the outside.
Green flag, green flag, green, green, green.
All right, Marcus got a good start there. All right, that worked out pretty well.
Clear outside.
Maybe that's not a good idea.
Outside. Clear outside. Outside. Still there. Clear outside. Outside. Still there. Clear. Car outside. Still there. Clear. Car outside. Still there. Clear outside. Car outside. Still there.
The AI do get a good run coming off turn 2 on the high side.
Clear. Outside. Still there. Clear outside.
And the car does bottom out going into turn 3 a little bit. I don't like the sound of it, but it's doesn't seem to bother the car at all.
Outside. Still
All right,
there.
that was a little awkward.
Clear. Car outside. Still there. Clear outside. Outside. Clear.
This is John Andretti just coming back from. Oh no, that was got confused. So the Coke 600, he ran the Indy 500 and then ran the Coke 600. Got my Indy races mixed up for a second.
Car outside. Still there. Still there. Clear.
All right, looking pretty good here. Clean start. Trying to be a little extra careful on the tires. I've abused them and had the right front turn red before it was time to pit, so got to be a little careful. someone's blown up. Oh, I think that was Bobby Hillen in the 44. Someone's wrecking.
Yellow flag is out. Let's go. Race back to the line. There's an accident in turn 3.
Kyle Petty was wrecking.
Pit road is closed. Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 22 car.
Good, I can check pit road speed because I did not check that before the race. And I think there will be more wrecks like that. All right, I started 30th, so I'm going to be one of the first pit stalls. I mean, 13 in at least.
Pit road is now open. Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,500 in seconds.
All right,
The
4,500.
pace cars on the front straight. The pace cars in turn 1. Go, go, go! Limits 55. Keep it under 4,500 in seconds. The pace cars in the south chute. The pace cars in turn 2. The pace cars on the back straight. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Stay behind the 7 car.
Spotter said 4,500, but 4,000 looked fine. I bet 4,500 would be speeding. Based on the speed of the AI down pit road.
Stay behind the 7 car.
Those are the tire temps. 120. It's easy to practice the start of a race. It's a lot harder to practice the restarts. And the start of the race, the tires aren't as cold. On the
We're going green
restarts.
next time by.
Oh,
we're
okay.
on
I
the lead lap.
thought we were
Stay
gonna
on the
have to do
outside
another
line.
lap.
Stay behind the 7 car on the outside line.
I guess there's no. Are there any lap cars? Yeah, there's no lap cars. So if Terry puts a lot of pressure on me, I'm just gonna let him go. It'll be really hard to turn into the corner anyway. All right, we're gonna go green on 16. 37 laps after that will be 53. So I have to remember on lap 52 to start taking a high line into turn 4. Lap 52. Or else I'll end up running in the back of someone and taking them out. And probably myself with them. All right, 52. 52. How's the tire temps? Down to 100. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a buffer here, just in case they want to do the accordion effect going into turn 1, but it's usually pretty smooth getting into 1. It's coming around to turn 3 at full speed. That's when
Get ready
everyone
now.
starts
Going
slamming on the brakes.
green. Pace car's in.
All right, 52. It's the next pit stop.
Green, green, green.
All right, I'm gonna let Terry go.
Still there. Clear inside. Inside. Clear.
Bottomed out going into 3 and 4 that time. All right, hopefully I can pull away from that group behind me a little bit. The huge gap here, I'd like to just ride for a little while. Tick off some laps. Still a long way to go. Take care of the tires. This whole group ahead of me, they just keep racing side by side. And it's slowing them all down. I'd like for them to sort it out a little bit by the time I get up there. If I get up there. Looks like Rudd was the leader of the group and he was kind of holding them up. Gordon and Shepard just went past him. Looks like Michael Waltrip has passed Daryl behind me. All right, I'm only 8.5 seconds behind the leader. That looks pretty good. Michael's catching me a little bit. Not too worried about it. I think this is a good spot to just chill and make some laps. Want to get to the end. Still a long way to go. I like that this group ahead of me has kind of sorted itself out now. All right, I'm thinking I'm gonna let Michael go here. And then I can follow him past all these dudes.
Clear.
Rather than having him ride my bumper as I'm trying to pass him. Hit the paint a little bit. All right, I'm 12 seconds behind, about 11 and a half.
Outside. Clear outside. Outside. Clear.
Almost hit the wall a little bit. All right, pit stop should be starting here in the next 6 laps. There's no one behind me, so I'm starting to think it may be best I just chill right here. And I think I could probably pass Rick Mast. I should probably take a look at the tires too. Yeah, see, that right front is the one to watch. Left front doesn't look that great either.
Outside. Clear.
Yeah, the car's a little tight on the bottom. Oh, okay. Lake Speed. I think that was Lake Speed or Todd Bodine just pit. That was Lake Speed, I think. Okay, here's some guys pitting. See, there's no, oh, there's Lake Speed. There's no way to tell when they're gonna pit until they just slam on the brakes and start driving on the rumple strips in the turn. All right, let's see, 6 laps. Tires look okay. And they actually pit about 2 laps before I thought they were going to start pitting. All right, I'm going to stay out for another lap or 2. See if I can lead a lap and get 5 bonus points here. All right, I think Jared is in the lead. Okay, he should pit this time. Okay, he's pitting. All right, I'll lead this lap and I'll pit next lap.
Car's the leader. The leader's pitting now. You're in first. Looks like we're running low on fuel. If that fuel pressure gauge starts to drop, come on in. Car inside. Clear.
Oops.
Limit 55. Keep it under 4,500 in seconds.
All right, little slow getting on pit road, but that's okay. Just being careful.
Go, go, go! Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,500 in seconds.
All right, there goes Mikey.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
Careful on the apron here. right, cold tires. All right, that was 53. 35 laps later would be 88. All right, so I got to watch for people pitting on lap 88. I should be faster than Bobby Labonte here with fresher tires, so I should try and stay in front of him. Still just trying to warm the tires up. All right, I think the tires are warmed up now. Okay, I lost a few spots in the pit sequence. I think just from staying out an extra couple laps so I could lead a lap. But I should have fresher tires than these guys I'm racing with, so should be able to get around these dudes pretty quick. Oh, someone's blown up. Couldn't see who that was. That might have been Todd Bodine or Lake Speed. kind of missed that turn. Whoa, I way missed that turn. I was looking at the interval to Musgrave. All right, be careful. That was dumb. The start-finish line is not halfway down the straightaway. By the time I reach it, I'm already in the brake zone. So I was trying to see the interval to Musgrave, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, the turn's here. Next car in front of me is Chuck Bound. First lap car. actually lost half a second that time to Jarrett. I think they're drafting, and so it's helping them out a lot. I need them to start racing each other. See, this lap, they're racing each other, and I gained that half second back. All right, looks like they're going around Dallenbach. All right, Jarrett was one of the last guys to pit. I stayed out one lap after him, so me and Jarrett have about the same number of laps on the tires. I didn't expect to get under him right there.
Car outside. Still there. Still there. Still there. Clear outside.
All right, how far am I behind the leader? 26 seconds. About half a lap. Halfway.
the 16 car.
I didn't see it, but I saw the smoke. Someone was spinning in turn 1. How many people on the lead lap? 27. And there's 41 in the race. That's going to put 14 lap cars on the bottom in the inside lane, and I'm currently in 14th. God, I don't like that at all. This restart is going to be a mess.
Pit road is now open. Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,500 in seconds. The pace cars on the front straight.
All right, it would be nice to allow some of these guys to just pass me, like Jarrett and
The
Waltrip,
pace cars in turn 1.
Brett Bodine, or Bobby Labonte.
The pace cars in the south chute. Go, go, go! Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,500 in seconds.
All right, I'm going to take it easy off pit road here.
Turn 2.
I don't want to start double file with a bunch of lap. Oh, don't speed.
Straight.
It looks like Hud Strickland's about to speed. Oh, Morgan Shepherd was in the incident.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Stay behind the 22 car, past the 23 car.
I don't want to be in a double file restart with a bunch of lap cars on the inside. It's going to be a mess.
Past the 23 car.
And it's not worth getting in a wreck. So as long as it's single file, I would rather be kind of back here and just chill a little bit, let the tires get up to temperature, and then start picking my way through everyone.
Past the 23 car.
And all these tail enders should hit this time and get back a lap down. Yeah, there they go. All right, what position am I in now? '18th. All right, that's a little bit of conservative strat here. I don't think I want to go all the way to the back of the line. I know I'm faster than like Nemechek, well, all the guys behind me. And I'm guessing Morgan Shepherd is pretty damaged, so hopefully he's a lot slower. But I don't want to be up in this mess when all these lap down cars get on the inside line and it just becomes a shit show on the restart. I mean, I say this every time, but if anything looks shady, I can just go to the back of the line. I would much rather play it safe. We're just barely past halfway. Another long run would be plenty of time to make my way through and get back up to around 15th where I was. And getting in the middle of this mess just ain't worth it. There's Jeff Gordon up there in 4th. He's having a good run. If Earnhardt, Irvin, and Schrader can wreck themselves out, Jeff Gordon may win it. And I'm going to give myself a buffer on the restart, as the tires are going to be cold. Yeah, they're already under 100 degrees. The car is not going to turn. Could be a little loose.
We're going green next time by. Okay, we're on the lead lap. Stay on the outside line. Stay behind the 22 car on the outside line.
Oh, Rusty's a lap down. All right. All right, at least I'm in the single file section. If I dilly-dally too much, the field's going to spread out quite a bit real quick. So I'll lose a lot of time to the leaders. But even losing like 15 seconds to the leaders is better than getting wrecked and then just putting it around. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's another wreck on this restart. They do wreck here more often than at other tracks. All right, I'm just gonna kind of stay high here. Car's not gonna turn, so I'm gonna end up sliding up anyway. And if these guys want to try and pass me, they can go right ahead. And I'll get the tires up to temperature, and then hopefully this mess kind of sorts itself out a little bit, and then I can start working my way through them all. That's the plan. I don't want to get in a wreck though. I've gotten in too many wrecks lately. I'd like to finish this race clean.
Get ready now. Going green. The pace car's in.
Yeah, tires look horrible.
Green, green, green.
Yeah, car's pretty tight. All right. Accordion effect here.
Inside.
Ooh. No, the car just doesn't turn
Still there.
on the cold tires like this. So breaking into turn 3, it almost got sideways. All right, watch out for accordion effect again.
Clear.
See, there's a couple lap cars up here that are slowing everyone down. All right, I'm backing out of this bullshit.
Clear.
It looked like it was Dave Marcus on the bottom lane.
Car outside.
I don't want to wreck, man. I don't want to wreck. I would like to finish this race clean. Okay, John Andretti has damage, so he's all slow.
Clear outside. Outside. Clear outside. Outside. Still there. Clear. Car outside. Still there. Still there. Clear outside.
God, here we go. Yeah, Chuck Bound is on the bottom here.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Car outside.
Oh, come on.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide.
Hate this shit.
Outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Car outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. You're on the bottom, 3 wide.
Oh, Darrell Waltrip's in the wall with
Outside.
Wally Dallenbach.
Still there. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Car outside.
What is Chuck Bound doing driving on the rumple strips? Is he gonna pit?
Still there.
All right. We're good.
Clear. Outside. Clear.
Boy, Dallenbach and Darrell Waltrip got in the wall off turn 2, and when they bounced off it, people were taking evasive action and almost hit me.
Outside. Still there. Clear. Car inside. Clear.
I guess Morgan Shepherd isn't too badly damaged. All right, looks like I survived the restart. Oh, what lap did I go green? Ooh, on the paint. Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide, car outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide, car outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide, outside. You're on the bottom, 3 wide.
All right,
outside.
I made contact with somebody. I think it was Marcus.
Clear.
Or somebody hit me. I was going pretty slow in there just to make sure I was staying on the bottom, and I think either Joe hit me in the back or I might have made some wheel-to-wheel contact with Marcus. Almost missed the turn.
Clear outside.
Oh, someone just blew up Harry Gant, and now they're wrecking.
The yellow flag is out. Let's go. Race back to the line. We got trouble on the back straight.
Now I got a whole line of cars coming. You know what? They're all lap cars. I'm just going to go down here. None of those cars are for position, so... Oh, I thought I could get back up right here. Oh, well.
Pit road is closed.
Oh, maybe some of them were. I'm now on 27.
Car outside. Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 14 car. Pass the 29 car.
All right. Doesn't matter.
Pass the 29 car.
Someone blew up, and then like Harry Gant hit him, or Steve Grissom hit him, and then I just couldn't see anything. Yeah, okay, I gave up some positions to like Jeff Burton, Derek Cope. I think Darrell Waltrip was on the lead lap. But I ain't worried about it.
Pit road is now open. Limit 55. Keep it under 4,500 in seconds. The pace cars in turn 1. The pace cars in the south chute. Go, go, go! Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,500. In second, the pace cars in turn 2.
Daryl's got damage.
The pace cars on the back straight.
I'll give it to you, Steve. Whatever.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Stay behind the 29 car.
All right, well, Harry Gant, I think he was on the lead lap, so that's a free spot. And I kept trying to go low to avoid these guys when they were wrecking.
The 29 car.
I kept trying to go low, and Grissom kept spinning low. So every time I kept trying to go lower and lower, he just kept spinning lower and lower. So I knew he was there somewhere. I just couldn't see anything. And then once I got past them, there was a whole line of cars coming at full speed pretty much on my outside, and I didn't want to get run over in turn 3 going as slow as I was. So I just took the access road. Better safe than sorry. I'm running for a championship here. And I've been doing too much putt-putting it around with a damaged car lately, so pulling out the conservative strats tonight so I can finish this one in one piece. And I have a feeling that's not the end of the cautions. I think a bunch of more guys are going to get wrecked out of this race. That's how it was in... I ran this race once before for a historical race reenactment, and somewhere around halfway, about like this, then it was just a lot of cautions and everybody was getting knocked out of the race. My car was barely running, and I think I finished like 14th. So if I could keep the car clean and a bunch of these guys wreck out, I think I have a chance at a really good finish. Just got to get rid of some of these cars. Okay, it was Harry Gant, so that's a free spot. And Daryl is behind me. He's got damage. I think he probably has engine damage or something now. He was on pit road for a while. And Bobby Labonte is behind him on the lead lap. God, these restarts, they're a mess. And I hate having to go 3 wide. I almost wrecked on the second one. I think I went 3 wide like 2 or 3 times. I almost wrecked on the last one because someone hit me going into turn 1. So even when the field starts to spread out some,
stay on the outside line. Stay behind the 29 car on the outside line.
even when the field starts to spread out some, you start passing people, and next thing you know, you're like, you're in a situation where people are coming up from behind, and it's like, all right, I either need to like get out of the way of the guys coming up, or I gotta just get aggressive and go 3 wide and hope it works. All right, I saw Kyle Petty up there. He's missing his whole front end. He's a lap down. He's missing his whole front end. He's second from the last on the inside line. So I don't know if he'll cause a wreck. He may cause a wreck here. If there's a wreck, I don't want to be in it. And then there'll be a bunch more free spots. As long as I keep it clean. House of tires, horrible, okay. All right, I'm feeling pretty confident there's gonna be a wreck here. So I've got no problem just letting Waltrip and Bobby Labonte go. Like if they're up to speed. And I'll just chill back here a little bit and let it all sort out before I start trying to make my way through. And there was the first time when Dallenbach and somebody hit the wall, and then they bounced off the wall and almost got into me.
Pace car's in. Green, green, green.
Car just won't turn. All right, Daryl's looking like he's kind of up to speed. I'm just going to let him go.
Clear inside. Inside.
Bobby's missing his whole front end, but looks like he's still kind of up to speed. Maybe not down the straightaway.
Clear. Inside. Still there. Clear inside.
Okay, went green on 105.
Car outside. Still there. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear outside.
See, and Kyle is slowing everyone up here.
Outside.
Is he slow on the straightaway like Bobby Labonte?
Clear outside.
But he's fast in the turn. And John Andretti's damaged too. I mean, we gotta get those dudes in the high lane. on.
The yellow flag is out. Let's go. Race back to the line. There's too much debris on the track. Car inside. Clear inside. We got a wreck on the back straight. You got one stopped up ahead. There's an accident on the back straight.
All right, there's some more free spots. I didn't get any damage or nothing. I'm good. I think I almost ran into somebody.
Pit road is closed. Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 8 car.
And I like how the spotter never says, like, there's a wreck in turn 2. He said there's too much debris on the track. Like, that's not very helpful, bro. Okay, Jeff Burton is all damaged too. You know, it's frustrating because, like, Kyle Petty, he's all damaged, so he's slow on the straightaway, at the end of the straightaway.
Now open.
But then he flies into the turn, and he's
Limit
fine.
55. Keep it under 4,500 in seconds. Past the 14 car.
So it's hard to, like, get around these guys when they're just slow at the very end of the straightaway and then flying through the corners.
We'll give you 1 can of fuel. Wait, something's wrong. Come on, you guys. One of the air wrenches jammed. The pace cars in the south chute.
All right, well, Joe Nemechek's out. Dave Marcus is out.
Go, go, go! Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,500 in seconds. The pace cars in turn 2.
I think Todd Bodine was flipping. Someone T-boned him and he went rolling.
On the back straight.
Bobby Labonte's stuck in his pit. Hopefully he goes out. Jeff Bodine is out. That 15
okay,
car.
Pit lane. Sorry, buddy. I know you can make it up on the track. Stay behind the 14 car.
That 15 car is the quality care car, but I just noticed his pit box is the Motorcraft sponsorship. Pit box is a little old. Bud Moore just trying to save some money. Using an old pit box. Or at least not painting it. All right, I still don't think that's the last of the cautions. Let's check out the order. All right, so yeah, Allen's out. Jeff Bodine's out. Todd Bodine, Joe Nemechek, Bobby Labonte, Dave Marcus. All right, all those guys went out. Dallenbach. So it knocked a bunch of guys out of the race. Some of those were lead lap cars. So there's now 33 left. I'm 23rd. Yeah, as long as I keep avoiding these wrecks, I wouldn't mind if there was like 2 or 3 more. And then it just goes green to the finish. And in that last green flag run, I can pass a bunch of these guys and let's see. I mean, I know I'm faster than all of the dudes on that list right there. I was racing around Brett Bodine, so I might be able to get into like the top 10 if I'm not too far behind once it all gets sorted out. But if a couple of these dudes want to wreck themselves out on this next restart, I'm cool with it. As long as they don't take me out.
We're going green next time by. Okay, we're on the lead lap. Stay on the outside line. Stay behind the 8 car on the outside line.
And we're not quite, yeah, we're still 5 laps shy of making it the rest of the way. I think even if I went and topped off, I'd still be a couple laps short, so no point.
We'll give you a half can of fuel.
All right, same strategy, I'll just chill at the back for a little bit and see if some of these dudes are gonna wreck themselves out. And if it starts to look calm, then I'll start making my way through the pack.
Get ready now. Going green. Pace car's in. Green, green, green!
All right, Jeff Burton's looking pretty slow here. Okay, John Andretti, he's pretty slow too.
Outside.
Get those dudes out of here. Here's Kyle Petty being slow at the end of the straightaway.
Car outside. Clear outside. Outside. Clear.
Oh,
Car
oh.
outside.
Hit the brake a little too hard there.
Still there. Still there. Clear outside. Car outside. Still there. Clear. Outside. Clear. Outside. Clear outside.
Rick Mast almost just hit Jeremy Mayfield.
Car outside. Still there. Clear.
Derek Cope was on the lead lap.
Outside. Clear.
All right, this big group, this is accordion effect here. Just be really careful getting into the turns. All right, that wasn't too bad. I think Ward Burton is slowing people up a little bit.
Car outside. Clear outside. Car outside.
Push Rick Mast over a little bit.
Still there. Clear outside. Outside. Clear. Outside. Clear. Car outside. Still there. Clear outside. Outside.
Had a great run off turn 4 there.
Clear outside. Car outside. Clear.
All right, so I think we went green on like 115, everyone's gonna have to pit at least one more time. But I'm not sure if the AI is just gonna just wait and do a gas and go at the end, or if they'll break this run in half and get 4 tires and gas, which would be on like 135 about.
Outside.
That was not a good spot to catch Drake Sachs here.
Clear outside. Car outside. Still there.
Oh, here comes Daryl out of nowhere.
Clear. Car outside. Clear outside.
What should I do? You know, if I just do a gas and go, I don't know that the tires will make it. That right front will be turning red right when it's time to do the gas and go. I didn't think about that until right now. So, looks like it's gonna stay green. Okay, someone was on pit road.
Outside. Still there. Clear.
Okay, all right, I gotta think strategy here. 115 to 160. Okay, Rusty's pitting here. Okay, so that's what they're doing. They're breaking it up into 2, getting 4 tires and fuel. Yeah, there's Rick Mast. And I'm thinking I should do the same thing, because even with a gas and go at the end, the tire is not going to make it. The right front will pop before the end of the race.
The leader's pitting now.
Or I could risk it and just stay out and hope that the tire goes another 27 laps. I could just get 2 tires. All right, is Bill Elliott gonna pit here? Doesn't look like it. All right, so all right, is Bill gonna pit here? Nope. All right, I wonder what Bill's gonna do. Is he gonna pit and get 4 tires? Or is he gonna wait and try and do like a 2 tire and gas? Or just a gas and go? Because it doesn't look like he's coming in. Same with Mark Martin. I kind of like the 4 tires and get gas like right now, and then just make the most of it for the rest of the race. It looks like it's going to stay green from this point on. I can't decide. Yeah, because I mean, what Mark Martin and Bill Elliott, they're not pitting. Are they gonna do like? Yeah, see that left front's already yellow. It's not gonna make another 24 laps. And the right front is gonna turn yellow right behind it. So I'm gonna have to get 4 tires to make it to the end of the race. And if I'm gonna get 4 tires, better do it now than wait till like 5 laps to go and get 4 tires. At least I can get back out here with new fresh tires on. All right, I'm gonna pit. I think I'm gonna pit this time. Get off that paint.
Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,500 in seconds.
All right, a little slow getting on pit road. I haven't practiced it that much, but I think this is the best strategy, assuming it stays green.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go! Yes, we nailed that stop. Great work, guys. Limit 55. Keep it under 4,500 in seconds.
Don't speed, don't speed. Speeding would be really bad right here.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
All right, careful on the access road. Got cold tires. Oh, little loose on the access road. Be careful. I'm coming out right behind Bill Elliott.
Clear outside.
Took me exactly 1 lap. All right, cold tires. Oh, okay, Bill's pitting now.
Leader's pitting now.
Oh, a bunch of guys are pitting now. I wonder if they're going to get 4 tires or 2. I'm thinking they're going to get 4. All right, the 40 car must not have pit yet. I don't think he would be that far ahead of me, unless he got 2 tires. But I'm starting to doubt the 2-tire strategy. I don't think they would do that. I'm thinking everyone is pitting and getting 4, and they gave me enough gas, right? Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of these dudes are for position here. Okay, there's Jeff Burton, Bill Elliott, and Waltrip. So they came out exactly. So basically, I'm right where I was before I pit. Yeah, and Jeff Burton is damaged here.
Car outside. Clear.
All right. I'm thinking everyone is probably pit now. No need to save the tires at this point. It's just a run to the checkers. You got 19 laps. I think I can get around these two. Though their tires are like 4 laps fresher than mine. And Rusty was a lap down, so he's not for position.
Car outside. Clear outside. Car outside.
Can I trap Walter behind him? This is Mark Martin in front of Bill here. So there's potential to make 2 more spots. And I think me and Bill, I just set my fastest lap. I think me and Bill are faster than Mark Martin here. I just reset the fastest lap. Don't need to worry about tires anymore. You just go for it. Now I'm getting a pretty good draft here off Bill Elliott.
Outside. Still there. Clear outside.
All right, I got a run on him.
Outside. Clear outside.
All right, who's the next position? I'll see when I get back around. I kind of missed that turn a little bit. Bill's looking. Ernie Irvin going for 4 in a row. Okay, that's Jeff Gordon up there in front of Kyle Petty.
Outside. Clear outside.
Kind of missed that turn. Trying to catch Jeff Gordon here. I think I might be able to. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I think I can catch him. Man, the car feels tighter in turn 3. Come on, come on. It just doesn't want to go down to the line. And I think I've probably worn the tires out quite a bit. Yeah. Last run of the race.
Still there. Clear outside.
This is going to be tight. I'm not going to make it. that was awkward. But I think I'm good here. Yeah, the car is just not turning in 3 and 4 like it is in 1 and 2.
White flag. 1 more lap to go. Clear.
I don't think he's gonna do it. Oh, Hensley, get out of the way. All right.
All right, there's the checkered flag.
All right, 6th.
Great job, buddy.
That was a great race. I mean, once it's got through all those crazy restarts, I'm glad I kept the car clean. That was my main goal. The historical race reenactment I ran here was pretty sloppy. This one was a lot cleaner. So I'm happy about that. I'll take 6th place. That's pretty good.
Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,500 in seconds.
See how the tires look. Yeah. That was 25 laps, so I don't know. And the left front is wearing more than the right front, just barely. I mean they look about equal. All right. All right, export. This was 19 Indianapolis. I think I spelled that wrong. Or I think I spelled that right. 19 Indianapolis. All right, Ernie Irvan, 4 wins in a row. And the race before that, Dale Earnhardt won. So Ernie Irvan wins it. Dale Earnhardt, Ken Schrader, Ricky Rudd, Terry Labonte, me, Gordon, Mark Martin, Bill. I actually gained 3 seconds on Bill Elliott in those last few laps trying to catch Gordon. Waltrip, Bodine, Michael Waltrip, Morgan Shepherd, Dale Jarrett, Rick Mast, Marlin, Musgrave, Hamilton, and these guys were all pretty damaged, I think. Yeah, and 33 finished the race. All right, let's see if I can find some of these wrecks. The race was okay. There was a wreck right at the beginning. I want to say like lap 13 or something. Yeah, okay, the caution is out. Oh, was this when Kyle Petty was spinning? Oh no, it looks like we're coming up to the I think this might have been Kyle Petty's wreck. Wait, am I going backwards? Yeah, I am. Am I thinking clearly? Sometimes I finish these races and it's like, what? What's going on here? Wait, are we not like in the caution? All right, okay. I rewound way too far. Okay. It's still green. There it's yellow. Right? Yes, okay, it's yellow. All right. So, when did the caution come out? Okay, there was someone slow there. Okay, yeah, it was Kyle Petty. I thought so. Oh, it looks like Morgan Shepherd just takes him out going into turn 3. Yeah, you don't see that very much on the other tracks. But this track, there's something about it where there's a lot more accidents. Because Morgan Shepherd just straight up just put him in the wall there. And there's me getting through right there. All right, so that was the first one. And then it was all green until like right around halfway. Let's see. Back to myself. All right, I think here I'm following Ted Musgrave thinking that people are going to start pitting here pretty soon. Okay, there the caution is. Whoops. My fingers don't work either. Did I just see smoke? Yeah, okay, so it must have happened right in here. You know what, let's go spectator. Okay, it was John Andretti. He get taken out by Morgan Shepherd too? He did. Man, Morgan Shepherd is just on one in this race. Yeah, he just put Andretti in the wall, and that's how he got damaged too. Okay, so that one was pretty tame. Like it was just Andretti and Shepherd. And then the restart, this was the one where I was kind of like up ahead in line. Yeah. And I basically just backed out of it because it was looking pretty sketchy. I'm glad I did because I think I would have gotten wrapped up in one of these things. If not just ended up wrecked. Yeah, okay, I think it was on this one. I was going 3 wide on people. Trying to be aggressive. And then I finally got washed out high. And so then they all just started passing me. And so then at some point on the front straightaway, I was just like, screw this, and I just went to the back. Yeah, right here. Okay. Just played it safe. Which, you know, it's funny, even when like hitting the brake and letting people go into the next turn and I'm already passing Jimmy Spencer again. So it's not like giving up that much time. It's purely just trying to stay out of a dangerous situation. Or potentially dangerous situation. Okay, here's one of the times I went 3 wide. Okay, that one is super clean. Didn't make any progress, but kind of got Jeff Burton put up in that 3rd lane, which broke his momentum a little bit. But then then Chuck Bound was sitting here covering the low line, and so I had to do it again. There I missed the turn a little bit, but I was going pretty slow to make sure I was staying in that low line. Okay, and then Morgan forces himself in the middle. So I'm 3 wide there. Oh, you know what? Yeah, someone was getting in the wall here. Yeah, Dallenbach and Waltrip. Dallenbach just kind of like slides up into him, and they both go on the wall. And then I thought that when these guys were trying to avoid him, yeah, it looks like Jeff Burton is pretty low trying to avoid him. And someone makes contact in there. You know what? I don't even know if I realized I was 3 wide right here. Yeah, right there. Man, that almost put me in the inside wall head on. It looked, yeah, I mean, I'm giving them room. Trying to see where the, where Darrell Waltrip and stuff are. And then right there, they just slow down. And I'm like right there on them. I should have been lower just to be more careful. And we made just a little bit of contact and I got shoved down. And then I'm 4 wide and don't realize it. And then went 3 wide into this turn. Oh yeah, and Chuck Bound was acting all goofy. See, and like right here, in turn 4 right here, I do a really good job of holding my line on the bottom lane. If I had missed this corner and washed up a little bit, Morgan Shepherd would have stuck his nose on the bottom and then I would have been 3 wide in the middle. But I did pretty good of making sure I was getting that bottom lane to prevent him from trying to make a pass. Yeah, and then I was able to get around him. And then got around Chuck Bound. Man, it's those little situations can ruin a race really quick. All right, let's. And eventually, I think this was the one where Harry Gant blew his engine. Oh, and I went 3 wide again at one point. I wanted to see that. And I thought Joe Nemechek hit me in the back or something. I made contact with somebody. I think that was right in here. Okay, yeah, Joe Nemechek's catching up because I'm hitting slow cars. Okay, right here. I decided to go 3 wide again. And I make contact with somebody in this turn. Did I get that really low line? Okay, it was Marcus. See, and I've got Marcus cleared right here, but it's like Marcus doesn't see me. So when he goes into the turn like he's going to get behind me. But he just comes down and I'm still there and he just runs into my right rear. That happens when there's a lot of braking. And there was a little bit of that tire smoke, but thankfully it didn't spin me out. And I kept going. All right, and then Harry Gant blows his engine here somewhere. Okay, it must be this lap. And then someone, oh, Steve Grissom, I think, hits him. Yeah, okay. Right there. And there's me. Not sure where to go. Yeah, see, that was tricky. What I should have done was started moving up right here. This is not a good angle. Yeah, it's all clear over here. I should have just went up that way right there. But I couldn't see anything with all the smoke. And so I just kept going lower, and he just kept going lower. I couldn't tell where he was. And then eventually I got out of the smoke and went through the grass and continued on. I want to see the cockpit here. See, it's like I could tell he was somewhere in there. I could tell he was somewhere in there, and I just committed to go low, and it seemed like the lower I went, he was still right in front of me. At some point, I should have just went high, but you know, at the same time, I go high, and Jimmy Spencer and Ward Burton and Joe Nemechek, these guys are just flying through here. So if I had gone high, Joe Nemechek could have just run right into the back of me there. And that would have been just as bad. So I don't know that that was really the wrong move or anything. All right, let's see. Okay, this was the big wreck here in turn 2. I want to say it started with Jeff Bodine. Oh, yeah, right there. And then the track is blocked and it's just a mess. Yeah, someone is nailing Wally Dolan back there. Let's see if we could just get a little wider shot here. No, that's not what I want. There, it's hard to see anything. All right, hold on here. I think if I focus on Dallenbach. Yeah, everyone's just trying to get around. Okay, it was Nemechek who just nails Dallenbach. Oh, and then Bobby Labonte is who hit Dallenbach and rolled him over. And this, I mean, somebody hit the brakes right in front of me. Was it Bobby Labonte? No. Okay, it was Jeff Burton. Did I hit him? I don't know that I touched him. Okay, I did hit him just a little bit. They just suddenly stopped and you can't see what's going on. And it's all smoky, can't see anything. That wreck looked exactly like the wreck in the other Indy race I ran, the other 94 Brickyard 400. Only I wasn't, or I had a lot of people behind me or something, and so I couldn't slow down too much, and I ended up just hitting the wall right here and then bouncing off into somebody. Man. Let's see. Then after that, I mean, it was the restart. This was pretty clean restart. There were a lot of busted guys and not as many cars out there. And then it was all just trying to figure out pit strategy coming down to the end. And then trying to race like Bill Elliott and stuff. Bill Elliott and Jeff Gordon and who was with Bill Elliott? Oh yeah, Mark Martin. Got around these dudes. And then I pulled away from him pretty good. And then I was racing Jeff Gordon here at the end. Yeah, I was getting good runs coming off turn 1, but I could not. I mean, I could not stay on the low lane in turn 3. I think I had already pretty much worn out my tires more than the AI had. But him running up on John Andretti helped a lot, and that's how I got by him. And then he almost got by me again, I think, on the next lap. So he almost tried to pass me there as I was going around Chuck Bound. Yeah, right here. I left him that lane if he wanted it. But earlier in the race, I did that, and I was able to pull away down the front straightaway on the high line. So I kind of knew, like, all right, I think if I just give him the bottom, I should still be able to pull away going down the straightaway. And it worked out. And then I just came around from there. All right. That was a great race. I mean, once those cautions got, I mean, I knew that string of cautions was going to come at some point. The first 80 laps were pretty much just kind of chilling, staying on the lead lap. Just trying not to get in any messes, and then the cautions, and then a run to the finish like this. That run to the finish was pretty awesome. All right. I exported it. I saved it. Okay. Ernie Irvan, 4 in a row. And Ernie Irvan should have won this race in real life. Oh yeah, points. It's confused. Cup results. View the points. 94. Events. I'm not sure I'll still be in second. I think Ricky Rudd might have passed me. He finished, but I did get 5 bonus points in this race, so that might have helped. Indy. Close. Results. Import. Indy. How many laps did I lead? I led 1 lap. Got my 5 bonus points. That C column, I got a check mark there. I think that might be the for gaining the most positions, because I started 30th and I finished 6th. I think that's what that award is. 4 cautions. All right, save. Close, export. Right. Points. All right, after 19 events, I'm still in second. Still hanging in there. Though me and Rudd are tied, and in real life, Rudd would be in front of me because he has the 1 win. So really, I'm in third, tied with Ricky Rudd. So Irvin, Rudd, me, then Schrader. Schrader's 30 behind us. Earnhardt's 33 behind us. Labonte, or Earnhardt would be 63 behind us. Labonte, Mark Martin, Rusty Wallace, Lake Speed, and Morgan Shepherd, and then Jeff Gordon in 11th. Still looking pretty good. The big loser in this race was Lake Speed. He lost 4 positions. He was in 5th going into this race. And Mark Martin gained 2. And technically I lost 1. All right, still 0 wins, 4 top 5s, 12 top 10s, 0 DNFs. And I've completed 5,644 laps, which is still, I think second is probably Rusty with 5,217. And I have led now 30 laps on the season, same as Lake Speed in 9th. All right, looking pretty good. All right, the real race. So this was the most hyped race of all time. They were talking about this race for years. When they first did like a tire test at Indy in like 91 or 92, and they would go and ask people ask the drivers like, what do you think about racing at Indy? And people were like, I don't know, we'll see what happens, kind of thing. But then it finally was announced and stuff, and everyone was pumped. It was huge, and it was actually a really good race. Jeff Gordon won it, his second win ever. Um, but really, I mean, there was a couple of guys. Jeff Bodine really should have been running for the win. He led a bunch of laps, and him and his brother Brett Bodine got into a wreck in turn 4. And unfortunately, it took out Dale Jarrett too. Dale Jarrett was just an innocent victim in that. And there was a big thing. Jeff Bodine kind of made comments about how he didn't think his brother would wreck him like that or wreck him intentionally. And then Brett Bodine's wife, because Brett was still in the race. So then they interviewed Brett Bodine's wife, and his wife was like, "No, Brett would never do something like that," et cetera, et cetera. But Jeff Bodine ran really well in this race. Brett Bodine ran really well in this race. Where did Brett end up? Yeah, he ended up second. So Jeff and Brett Bodine ran really well, and Ernie Irvan ran really well, but he had like a tire go down on the last run of the race. These 11 laps, he was leading. Let's see. Yeah, he led up to lap 155. So had that tire not gone down, Ernie Irvan would have won this race. But the tire went down. He had to go on pit road, and then Jeff Gordon came out with the lead and ended up winning it. It was a great race, and unfortunately, Dale Earnhardt should have done better. He hit the wall on like lap 2 or lap 1, right at the very beginning. Hit the wall, and he just never really ran as well as it seemed like he was going to once that happened. So he ended up 5th. Rick Mast was on the pole. Rick Mast had a like he was also on the pole for the 92 Hooters 500. He was on the pole for some big races. And one of the things that always gets me is all of these people who failed to qualify. That is insane. They had like what 87 people trying to make this race. Just a ridiculous amount. That's how huge this race was. Everybody wanted to be a part of it, and so you even have like Jeff Brabham was in it. Danny Sullivan was in it. AJ Foyt was in it. You had IndyCar guys just wanting to get in the race, and then Mike Chase. Um, he was the leader of the Winston West series at that time, and they had a provisional like designated for the leader of the Winston West series, and so he got in on that provisional. And so it's pretty cool. Like Mike Chase, a guy who didn't have like a huge Cup career or anything, but but just being the leader of the Winston West series, he got in one of the hugest races of all time. Fortunately, he only made it 91 laps, but he beat out all of these guys getting in the race. I mean, this is crazy. Gary Bettenhausen. I mean, just a ton of people. Yeah, and some regulars didn't make it because of that. Like Dick Trickle wasn't in it. Let's see, Randy LaJoy, I think he ran a few races. Steve Grissom wasn't in it. There's Davy Jones. Rick Corelli was trying to make races. He didn't make it. There's Jimmy Means' car. Mike Wallace. Um, oh, there's Ron Hornaday in that 76 Spears Manufacturing car. Didn't make it. Ken Bouchard, Billy Standridge, Tim Steele in the Bobby Allison car. That's unfortunate. I always liked Tim Steele, but he just didn't work out in the Bobby Allison car when he got that chance. And then on down, lawyers, Loy Allen. Loy Allen had a penchant for getting poles. He had like 3 or 4 poles in this season, but he didn't make this one. All the way down. There's PJ Jones. Yeah, it's a great race. And I'll be honest, like, so I kind of stopped watching NASCAR for like 20 years. And basically, I just see like headlines and stuff on YouTube. I don't really watch any of it today. But I was shocked to find out that they stopped racing here back in, I don't know, like 2018 or something. I was really surprised by that because back when I was watching, this was like an instant crown jewel race when they started running at Indy. It was such a big deal. Everyone wanted to win at Indy. And so to hear after a while they just were like, all right, we're just not going to race there anymore. Like, I don't know. I don't know what happened, but that was pretty surprising to me. All right, and then after this race, Earnhardt's back in the lead, 27 points. But Irvin and Earnhardt, man, 1-2 right there. And then Rusty Wallace pretty far back in third, 268 behind, and even further from there on. So still a two-man race, still looking good. Either Earnhardt or Irvin is going to pull ahead towards the end here. All right, if anyone checks out that race, thanks you so much for checking it out. I appreciate it. I had a great time running that race. It was a lot of fun. All right, that's it for this one.